Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Preparation Ape, your number one place for gaming, discussion, bullshittery, and also a little bit of eroticism. It is, of course, live at 9:30 Central Standard Time here at twitch.tv/chainsawwape. I am DKP.
I'm Major Tom.
And we have our very special guest, Mr. Festus. How you doing, Festus?
Doing excellent, my
Not
friend.
to mention, there is one other thing I think we should go ahead and get out of the way now, because it's going to spear point the whole episode here.
Absolutely.
It is Major Tom's motherfucking birthday.
Woo!
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Major T.
Thank you.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
So, I say, as I ask every time, what do we have on the Residox this evening?
We got some good topics. We're going to be talking about games that, if you're recommending a genre to someone, where they
Recommending?
should start.
I like that.
Recommending
I like that.
where they should start.
It's his birthday. He can.
We're going to be
change where it's
talking
at.
about Kanye's West video game.
Kanye's West?
Kanye's West video
Man.
game. But first, we're going to be talking about the future of Far Cry.
Yeah.
So
So what is this Far Cry?
let's go ahead and jump on a little bit. So, the Far Cry games, they've always been about these guys on islands, and they sometimes have weird, creepy shit going on.
There's always an island.
There is always an island.
There's always a man.
Yeah.
And there's
What about-
always malaria.
4.
Except for that's just
That's
the one
only in
time.
part 2. And part 2 is in Africa, so there wasn't really always an island in that one either.
4 doesn't have an island, right?
Ground control to Major Tom. Get your fucking birthday on. Thanks, Mars Perry. What about 4? What?
It's not an island.
Yeah,
is it?
4 is Himalayas.
Yeah,
So
Himalayas.
only 2 of them are islands.
Well, no. Yeah.
So beyond that, when
Well,
Far-
Africa is a continent, but technically it's an island.
Yeah,
You know?
in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
the Himalayas, there's definitely that's a continent. There's some water around there somewhere.
That's very true. So yeah, it's an island-based series for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, first person, generally speaking, open world. Sometimes you get superpowers. Sometimes you fly around in gyrocopters. It's a fucking treat of a game series. So after Far Cry 3, they released like a DLC style,
Yes.
like small game.
What was that exactly? Blood Dragon.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. So
Holy
it was very
shit,
like
that game was.
it was so good.
Tremendous.
You fought like these weird like alien iguana dinosaur things that shot lasers.
It's
80s
everything.
inspired.
Yeah, everything out of the '80s multiplied times a billion. You got your synth soundtrack, your Supreme
Soundtrack's
Neon,
great.
your intentionally way over the top cheesy '80s narrator.
Yeah.
It's that was the best standalone like expansion type thing to a game series I've ever played.
Yeah, I would.
With the
that.
exception of
I was about to
maybe
say-
Undead Nightmare
I was about to
from
say Red Dead.
RDR.
Undead Nightmare. And then after that, the game that's actually coming out in about a week and a half, Far Cry Primal.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking it to prehistoric times. You're gonna fight some woolly elephants.
Some mammoths,
Yeah, they got
some
the tusks.
tigers,
Yep, they
some
got
other
tigers. Everything has big
Neanderthals.
teeth. That was the way back in the day. You had big teeth.
Or tusks.
Well, tusks are teeth. You
Well,
twat.
mammoths don't have. Well, if tusks are teeth, then they have teeth.
You got to speak up. There's a microphone.
I said
right
if
here.
mammoths have tusks, then I guess they do have teeth.
Well, if fucking my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike, you bitch. It's not
Is she
like
in a
that.
wheelchair?
I like that.
Well, she's dead actually.
But it,
Damn shame.
So as far as the topic, like right before, about a year before Far Cry Primal came out, maybe a little bit before Far Cry 4, after Far Cry 4, they put out a survey that's like, where would you like us to go? And they had all these different ideas.
Did people vote for Far
a
Cry
lot
Primal?
of votes got like a lot of people voted for like one that had dinosaurs.
Okay.
But
okay.
I don't think Primal has dinosaurs. And if it does, then that's a twist, and I'm very excited about it. Tusks or teeth? The fuck, that's some retarded reasoning.
And Happy Kitty Cat says
Happy Kitty Cat.
meow.
Meow. Hi, Happy Kitty Cat.
It's actually pronounced meow.
Oh, meow?
Meow. Like that, yeah. Like all Super Troopers almost. The very last one, the meow.
Gotcha.
There
Yeah.
you go, yeah. So,
So, what do we want to see next? Not like what is actually going to happen next, but what would you guys like
a
to see
good
next
game. I'm kidding.
for the Far
Kidding,
Cry?
of
So,
course.
it's got to be open world. It's got to be
Yeah.
first person.
It's got to be
Pretty
more...
much that's it.
So it does need
feel
to
like
be... Gameplay-wise, it has to be, and we're just assuming it is.
For sure.
More like a 3 and up.
Yeah.
Rather than 2
So it's got
or
like the
1.
tower control thing where you have to take over a base and then you get
Yeah.
a bunch of points on a map that are little objectives or missions.
Which, by the way, Far Cry Primal comes out next week. Is that right?
A week and a half. We're about
A
9
week and a
days
half.
away.
Okay.
10 days away.
I'll go first before
Please.
Festus probably steals it. We always seem to have the same answer. I want a fucking feudal Japan
God
samurai.
damn it, man! Like,
Are you
fuck,
serious?
I told him that before we started.
Yeah, he
this.
did. He did.
No, yes, there's a criminally
Thanks,
like,
Jack Sorrow.
low amount of samurai games.
Yes.
You know, there
criminal.
were a bunch
It's,
back
it,
on.
it is criminal.
There were a bunch back on the original PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
You had like Shinobi and some
and
other
the
ones.
Tenchu.
Tenchu. Whew.
But they have just fucking completely disappeared.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time we go back and get a little bit of feudal Japan, if you know what I'm saying.
I 100% do, man. Like, depending on how the melee turns out in this new Primal Far Cry, like, they could do a real good job with, like, katanas and
Oh yeah,
bow
what's going on,
staffs and
Jason
different kind of
Paradise?
weapons.
Everybody,
What up, Jason Paradise? Who is that guy?
this is
a very
me.
good friend of ours.
Festus.
Festus.
This is Festus. He was last time he appeared on Prep Ape was back on episode 2. Make sure you check it out on YouTube if you want to see
Make sure
how
to
that
set that
went.
beer down a little bit more.
If you're like, I like this Festus guy. I want to see more of what he's offering. Check out episode 2.
And if you want to see his penis, it's chatterbait.com/Festus.
That was good. That was a nice plug.
So because look at Far Cry Primal. We know that they're no longer now afraid to go back in time.
Yeah.
We could have if we did the kind of feudal Japan one. It could be in like feudal Japan. I mean, like not like a time, right?
Yeah.
Not like modern times.
Do you feel like they need to do like Last Samurai style stuff where you have guns?
No, ninja
No.
straight up,
No.
man.
Okay, gotcha.
'Cause you
Bows
could have-
and arrows and kunai
You need
and throwing
okay.
stars.
Look, it actually works better than I think Far Cry Primal would, with the mix of melee and projectile.
Fucking
base.
pandas attacking
You got your fucking
Ride pandas.
Listen, you got your bows, of course, right? But everyone's gonna have that. You have your melee weapons, plus you could have like shurikens
Yep.
or blowguns or whatever, which gives you more. Because that's the thing about Far Cry Primal that I'm not too. I don't know how that's gonna work because there were no guns, right? And bow and arrow, sure, but everyone's had that, so it's not like a new thing. And so what else is the weapon variety gonna be?
I know they got clubs in them,
Okay.
knives, spears. I mean, I might have mentioned. You can upgrade your bow and arrow to shoot 2 arrows.
a tusk. Take a tusk.
Teeth.
You mean a tooth?
teeth?
A
Yes.
tooth. Oh,
yeah,
a tooth.
A tooth.
You can take a teeth and hit people with a teeth.
So that's my answer. But let's before we go on, we got a couple of comments here real quick. I'd love a co-op experience. I know. So hopefully they actually
Co-op
bring it
is
more
where it's
into
at.
like 100% co-op,
Yeah.
like fully campaign co-op.
I mean,
whole game,
like
because each
Far
one
Cry
has
4 is.
Well, you had to like bring someone in and they just kind of come into your world. Right?
That's true.
But like I mean full co-op where it's not like a sort of experience where you bring someone in, they help you finish up your shit, and then it's like, okay, well now I gotta help you do yours. One where it's like both can kind of do that.
Yeah. Hey, guy in the middle, block your face, please.
Oh, poor fella.
Jason Paradise.
James House says, all right, thanks, Jack, but when I stay up to 3 a.m. and say happy birthday, you duck.
I'm sorry, I didn't see.
You fuck me. Oh, I ain't seeing. Oh, he's going to get you next birthday. And given a past topic, what are your thoughts about Far Cry jumping on a bandwagon? Ark, Turok, Horizon Zero Dawn, the dinosaur
The
trend?
dinosaurs. To be honest, I feel like if we got a dinosaur game this soon, I'd be like, just put fucking dinosaurs in Far Cry Primal.
Agreed.
Like, if you're gonna do it, give it a couple of years. Give me a little bit of time in between. I'm down with it though. Down to fight some dinosaurs.
And what is an Atlatau? Is that a weapon? Weapon of choice?
Atlatl. Weapon of choice in New Far Cry. Atlatl.
And one last one before we continue on. Have you heard of the game Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma?
I have, yeah, it's a fighting game.
I've heard of Blaze Blue, I've heard of Chrono Trigger, and I've heard of Phantasmagoria. Not particularly all
It's
together
it's on
like
PS4.
that,
It's a fighting game. It's like hand-drawn animation.
and do you like it? I've never heard of it, nor I've never played it. So.
I don't dislike it. I don't know. I'm more of a Guilty Gear guy over... And I wouldn't even say I'm a Guilty Gear guy. But if I had to pick BlazBlue or... BlazBlue.
Blaze Blue.
If it was Blaze, there'd be an E after that Z.
Well,
BlazBlue.
maybe it's just shitty translation.
But I'm a big fan of Faust from Guilty Gear.
That's actually
He
pretty
wears a bag on his head.
Never gotten a Guilty Gear.
Made by ARC Productions.
Festus, do you have a runner-up? Or
Well,
you just
fucking
wanna
took
let
the
Tommy
wind
go
right
ahead?
out of me, my friend.
I've got one if you need
I
time
got
to think.
one.
I got a couple.
I mean, I have one. It wouldn't
I want a
translate as
straight
well
outta
as
Compton
Feudal
Far
Japan.
Cry. That'd be
He
awesome.
got up your rap game,
Oh man,
and that's how you get XP.
you climb them radio towers and insert your mixtape into them.
Shit straight fire, son. Man, I guess, if they're going to go back and start doing past events or past times, a Western Far Cry might not be too shabby.
That's what I was going to say, but specifically like something in the Rocky Mountains.
This is great. I stole his, and you stole his.
Yeah, I've got another one in my hand.
This is wonderful.
Right here.
Good old America.
Yeah, no, there currently does not exist ever a first-person open-world Western game.
Yeah.
Which I think would be a pisser.
Wait a minute.
Nope. You ain't gonna get one. There ain't one.
Man.
He's like
Open
Dead
world.
Man's Hand.
I'm not. There's been first-person Western games. I'm talking like a la Far Cry, like open world, right?
Call of Juarez.
That's what I thought.
Nope,
I thought
but
Call
not
of
open
Juarez
world.
was open
It's
world. I've never played.
Oh my god, no. My new favorite accent, Tom. Move over, Festus has replaced you with that accent alone. Jam is Scottish.
Deep South accent.
Far Cry, the Deep South. Far Cry, Tumbleweed. Red Dead. Do your Marston
Far
voice real
Cry.
quick.
Us Martians don't quite think we belong in Far Cry. Heck, I don't know. I don't know if Ubisoft would not fuck it up or not.
So, yeah, I think something like that in the Rocky Mountains or something, so you could have the mountainous areas.
That would be fucking pretty awesome.
And then you
have to have like train heists and stuff in it, I feel like.
Train heists, you could go digging for gold, pan digging for gold.
Panning for gold, I like that.
And of course you gotta fight like the natives. The
What,
native
Indians?
peoples.
I don't think that would fly in 2015.
I mean, yes, it probably wouldn't, but like half of the fucking military games are games where you kill people.
What if you played
No, I get
as
it.
an Indian?
The difference, and this is the reason why I think like people don't get upset, because like when you play like a military game, right, like you're killing like a type of people that aren't necessarily like just a particular race. You know what I mean?
Mainly Russians.
Like
It's
there's
an
a
invading.
part where you
it's an
actually have to
invading
like
force.
play. You have to play the Trail of Tears.
What was that Whitest Kid You Know sketch where it's like, and then we walked the walk of shame, and they're like, it's not called it's the Trail of Tears, not the Walk of Shame. Stop using Wikipedia.
That's good. Red Dead's not an FPS.
No, exactly, but that's James. You misunderstand.
Yeah.
So what else you got?
So for mine, I would like a futuristic one.
Yeah.
And do the whole the crazy trope of like robots. Like robots have taken over.
You getting mechs and
I
shit?
don't know, man, because
Oh.
I think it at least should be cyborgs. Because I wouldn't want to play a Far Cry game when I'm just killing robots.
Okay.
It's that brutal people thing, like,
I think
the
that's
machete
fair.
in the back and all that.
Yeah.
So if it was like half robot,
Yeah.
half person, hell, I'd even give you 80% robot.
What about like the robot from
20%
like
person.
Ex Machina that looks like a person?
Well, then you just be having sex with them. That's what they do in that movie, right?
Gotcha.
It does. I've never seen it, but that's the impression I got from the trailers. They have sex with a robot.
You better believe it. Oh
They
yeah,
have
and
little
of
robot
course.
babies.
Dude. Okay, hold on.
Far
So,
Cry Oregon Trail. Yeah, there you
something
go.
sexy fucks and fetus.
What's going on, Idify?
So yeah, in the Far Cry Western one, right? Remember how in 2 you had malaria? In this one, you have to take pills for dysentery the whole time. That
You
sort of
have
shit.
dysentery. So yeah, anything else on Far Cry?
What else you guys got? Do you guys have anything that you'd like
Any
to see?
ideas? Yeah.
Of course,
Future
we're
Far Cry
taking
games.
your feedback and whatever.
Yep.
But fucking the one thing,
Do me a favor. Can you make us a little bit bigger?
yeah. You mean
What about like a World War II
let's try to
Far
become
Cry?
just a little bit more turgid here,
Thank you.
fellas. No, I think in some of the later slides we might be overlapping some shit.
That's okay.
We'll fuck it. We'll do it live.
Yep.
So I don't think
Jan doesn't like the cyborg shit.
No.
No robots for
I'll
him.
do cyborgs, just not straight robots.
Well, I feel like everybody's about to get tired of the primal stuff because
Yeah, like wild.
Wild and all that shit's about to come out.
It's the prehistoric zeitgeist we're in right now.
Well, now
it's
that
like the early '90s when you got Joe and Mac and Adventure Island and Jurassic Park and
You
all
better
those
believe it.
cartoons back in the day, like Denver the Last Dinosaur. Anybody?
Also just
Anybody?
dinosaurs
Dinosaurs
with
yeah.
Old Dan Goodman. All right,
right, let's move on.
Yep.
So we're going to talk about the January NPDs. It's the national.
Oh, Jams
That's
said
a good one.
Viking style.
Oh, that's
That'd be
actually
fucking
really
killer, too.
badass. Yeah,
I like that idea.
that is a good idea. So January NPDs. It's basically the ratings, like the best-selling games for a particular month at retailers. So it doesn't include digital. It doesn't include like
So brick and mortar stores.
Yeah, your GameStops.
We're
your
talking
Walmarts,
your GameStops,
Amazons,
your Targets, your Kmart's,
your whatever the fuck kind
your
of
Piggly
place
Wigglies.
people buy video games in Scotland. I don't know.
Game
off the back
UK,
of goats.
I think. What it is?
Where do they buy video games?
I think it's
Like
just
I said,
called Game.
It's off the back of goats.
It's like their version of GameStop.
There's a guy that walks around with
Code
goats.
Stop.
It's goat
I
stop.
sell video games and sheep pussy. Come on. And I don't know why that guy would have that accent in Scotland, but he just would.
So the top 10 best-selling games on various platforms in the month of January are as follows. Number 10 is FIFA 16. So a soccer game, top 10.
When did FIFA 16 come out, though? Did it come out in January?
September of last year.
It's still fucking in the top. God,
think about that.
Damn.
Yeah, it's charted, I'm pretty sure, every single month. Like, that is how popular sports
It's
games
fucking insane.
number-
Idify says, I'm tired of Far Cry. This will be the first one he won't buy. Which,
I'll let you know how good it is.
hopefully, like I said, hopefully this one kind of changes the formula, right? And reinvigorates it. But we'll see. I'll be buying it and playing it.
Damn, I just got a little smile on my face when I read your comment. Game DKP's right. Tom, I swear you will not make it to your next birthday.
Oh, I thought he said that he was not going to make it to your next birthday, and then I was going to make a joke about
That's
him
fucked
killing
up.
himself.
You didn't even make it to this
Never
one. Well, I
mind.
guess you did. You're here. You're not here.
So
but you're
out
here.
of so Lego Marvel, is the
Lego
next
Marvel
one?
Avengers, which Lego games are super popular.
Are they-
And
are they
look
really?
At, look at the amount of
yeah,
platforms
man.
it came on. Something else that's also
Okay, well,
really
yeah, that's
important
a
to note
good point.
is the platforms in the order that they're in is the platforms that they sold best to least best. So the PS4 version of Marvel Avengers sold the best, and the Vita version sold the worst. But across all those platforms, it's one of the top 10. Football is the most popular sport on earth. What do you expect?
That's why Madden sold more.
Ooh, shots fired. motherfucker.
Shots are fired.
So yeah, that's
But this
crazy
is-
that's top 10 though.
It,
And it didn't come out. Did it come out last month?
What?
Was that a release?
Lego
month
Marvel
for it?
Avengers came out at the end of January, so it actually did fairly well considering it came out at the end.
You're shitting me. So like in the very end, it was able to make it onto the list.
Yep.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Jam, what's important to note about the NPDs are this is just America.
No. Oh, sorry. Go on.
So FIFA 16 selling in America at number 10. That's a huge deal.
Okay,
FIFA,
I didn't know this was in America only. That's fucking insane.
FIFA 16 was the best-selling game of last year everywhere else on Earth.
What was ours? Call of Duty?
Yeah,
I
it
wouldn't
was
fuck
Call of
with-
Duty Black Ops.
Of course it was.
So number 8 is Madden NFL 16, that came out in August last year. It's still selling really well. Of course, it sold best on PS4. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which is actually shocking to me that it made the list because, like,
I haven't heard anything on
Nobody
it.
played
Like,
it.
yeah,
it
like
came out under my
I
radar.
know a
and I
couple of
wanted to
people that
play
picked it up, and I know a couple
So,
of people that played it.
From the people that I know who picked it up, and also, if you guys don't know who Super Bunny Hop is, whatever.
Yeah.
Great play
grandplay.
guy on YouTube. Apparently it's really fucking great, right? It's just there was like no marketing, nothing, so nobody fucking there's no hype around it.
They had that commercial with Ibis Elba.
Yeah,
It just-
Anken says it's
Whatever.
fucking
Anken
good too.
says it's so good.
It has no marketing,
Stringer
unlike
Bell.
Deadpool, which has
Yeah.
the best and most marketing I've seen for a
Probably,
Marvel movie.
probably the best marketing
But-
I've seen in years, to be honest.
Let's not get sidetracked onto that.
So number 6 is Minecraft,
Blech.
which sold best on 360, followed by Xbox One, PS4, and PS3.
What
Minecraft?
No, listen. What that says, honestly, think about when that came out. If that hit,
2011.
if that hit in January, that thing has probably been in the top 10 for years at this point. Every month,
guaranteed. I know for
which
a fact
is
it is.
fucking
I
insane.
follow NPD information every single month, and it is always on the list.
Dude, that is bonkers.
And it sold best on Xbox 360, which implies to me that everybody gave their siblings their console when they got a big boy one, and they're all playing Minecraft on it. So yeah, enough about Minecraft. Fallout 4. So it's nice to see that Fallout 4 is still doing really well. A game to me it's a really hardcore game. Like that's for a hardcore audience, and it made the top 10. It's not a game that I consider super casual or for everyone. But
right? No, like Elder Scrolls at this point is like for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Skyrim. Shit,
Yeah, but
my
it's-
mother probably played.
It's
Skyrim.
shocking that a game like that could be in the top 10 of a top 10 list that includes things like Madden, FIFA, NBA.
No, I'm with you.
games like that.
Fallout, that doesn't surprise me, to be honest.
I mean, it may not surprise you from the perspective of a gamer, but from the perspective of sales comparatively across all of America, I think that's pretty damn.
And also, this is brick and mortar store sales. This is not digital either.
Yeah. Hey, I marketed the game. I streamed the shit out of the Rainbow Beta. That's what's up. Microsoft stuff, the big HoloLens stuff might have helped the Minecrafts. That's true. Happy birthday, fucker. Thanks, J. Dig Dug. So number 4 is Star Wars Battlefront, which is it's really awesome to see, and it actually, as you can tell, it sold best on Xbox One.
Really?
So,
That's
yeah,
wild.
Yeah, at least for the month of January.
Didn't content come out for PS4 first?
I believe so, but I mean,
it did as well.
It's not like any of that content mattered.
Could not get into Battlefront. I just I sucked ass at it for one, so that might have been.
It's a game that I wish I would have played a lot more of.
I enjoy it, but it doesn't have the magic of the old ones.
Yeah, and it's what I like about
Looks
it is
good,
I feel like they did a really good job making a casual first-person shooter. Like, it doesn't have all this like robust, crazy like leveling system like a Call of Duty that's got all these like whatever it's prestige where you like max out your level and you start all over. It doesn't have all that insanity, but it's got enough to like
Battlefront is straight
keep
poop,
its hooks.
James says, and I ain't sure what Morgan Freeman meme you're referring to.
You read that Morgan Freeman meme in his voice. I sure did, Defy. I sure did.
So the next one is very shocking.
NBA 2K16, so best
Yeah.
on PS4, is like one of the best-selling sports games in the U.S. Like, I'm pretty sure
Who the fuck plays
the
it?
month of a lot of people.
I don't know any of these people, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. If you
know?
look at this list, this like gamers, we may talk a big game about like what's great or what's shit or whatever, but when it comes down to it, like the regular people of the world still buy and play video games.
Because all these big video game companies are just about placating to the rubes out there, not listening to your Alex Jones. Thermite, they could sell them thermite paint. You never know. That's one thing you have to really keep an eye on, is the rubes.
I miss NFL 2K, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And then number 2 is Grand Theft Auto 5, which sold best on PS4. I mean, awesome. Like, that game came out 2013, not on PS4, of course, but like, and it absolutely deserves to still be on the charts. I think it actually just hit 60 million units sold.
Damn.
Which is like, I think it makes it the number 7 best-selling game of all time.
Yeah, it deserves it, though.
Yeah, it absolutely
What
does.
is the best-selling? At this point, I wouldn't be shocked if it was Minecraft. No shit.
No, Minecraft is like, it is above it, but I think it's only above it by like 10 million or so.
It'll get there then, probably.
I think the best-selling game might be Wii Sports, because it came with every single Wii, and the Wii sold like 110 million units worldwide. Something like that.
Well, I mean, if it was like bundled with it, pretty much, then
Idify says, I still play Battlefront. That's what's
I
up,
do
Idify.
too, my friend.
So yeah, good on Grand
Call
Theft
of
Auto.
Duty, COD
And then
Black
number 1
Ops 3.
is Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which Call of Duty, I think Advanced Warfare was the best-selling game of, or no, one of the best-selling games of last year. Like 2 Call of Duty games. Like NPD did top 10 best-selling games of the entire year of 2015. Advanced Warfare, I think, was number 10, and then Black Ops 3 was number 1. So Call of Duty games,
I don't know how they still sell, man.
not only do they sell, they are the
They kill
best-selling
it.
fucking video games.
well, it's like we said, like this is so because people will buy FIFA every fucking year.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
That is the shooter version of
Yeah.
your annual sports release title.
And
People
to be honest,
just like
they're,
their shit and they'll buy it every year.
I mean, I think Call of Duty games are great. I'm not a huge fan of the multiplayer, but it's just because I'm not a huge fan of multiplayer games. But I know a lot of people that play the multiplayer like pretty frequently. And the campaigns, like I play every Call of Duty campaign except for Ghosts. I never played through.
I don't
Ghosts.
enjoy playing that, especially Call of Duty. I just keep finding out how more and more like how promiscuous my mother is, and I don't like to hear that sort of thing. I know that she probably fucks 13-year-olds, but to hear them telling me about it, it's just I don't like it that much. So that's why I kind of try to stay away from Call of Duty, especially.
All right. And then best-selling hardware for the month of January, they actually don't rank them out. They just put what the best-selling console was, and the best-selling console was PS4.
Not surprising.
Yeah. I think Xbox has been the best-selling console. Xbox One has been the best-selling console since the PS4 and Xbox One came out. 2, maybe 3 months out of the entire, 40-month run that they've had. It's not quite 3 years, about 30-month run. Let's move on. My mom still does the Mario jump. The one where you physically bump the controller up, left, right, when playing buys and plays Call of Duty. That's what's up. That's why they created Party Chat. It's true.
Well,
Shout out Manarino. He knows. He plays a lot of Call of Duty.
is that right?
Avoid the truth about your mom. What's up, apes? What's up, Lower Barbecue? All right, let's move on. All right, so I think this was yesterday that this game got announced. If not yesterday, then the day before. Kanye West One of the
What the fuck is this guy doing?
one of the biggest names.
Whatever the fuck he wants, obviously.
Yes.
Well, yeah. What is he, Bam
One of the-
Margera? Whatever
I mean,
the fuck
don't get me
I
wrong,
want,
like
dude.
I'm totally down with like hip hop integration into games, especially if you're
Yeah,
coming
Def
to, like,
Jam Fight for New York.
Def Jam
Whatever,
Fight
right?
for New York, Def Jam
It's fine
Vendetta.
and
Those
good.
games are fucking incredible. Like when Snoop Dogg was in True Crime, that was really awesome. Like hip hop coming into real games is totally a thing. So Kanye West at his what was the event?
It was a fashion show.
A
of
fashion
sorts.
show and a launch party for his new album.
So
Yeah, you can take
let's
control of this.
watch the trailer first. Let's put this up here real quick so we can get a look at it.
So Kanye West is making a video game. Obviously, he's not creating the game, but this video is a straight shot of when he announced it to the world at the fashion show / launch party.
This
Hate
is
that guy, man.
Kanye hero.
What about that
Kanye
50 Cent game?
Quest.
I hear that 50 Cent game, Blood on the Sand. I hear that's actually a really, really good game.
I don't know where the fuck you heard that.
I heard the first one's shit, but
I
the second
heard-
one's decent.
Oh, is there a
See?
second one? Okay.
Yeah, I heard
Blood on
the
the
second
Sand.
one's
Then
decent.
I must be thinking of the first one then.
So,
Look at this though. This is all right, and we
This
haven't.
is a woman
Yeah.
who's growing wings and riding Pegasuses.
It's
And-
Kanye's mom.
If this isn't the fucking lamest thing, not only conceptually, but everything, just this. Oh, only
one.
The,
The
game?
game.
Like what? It's
Only
the game.
one. The game.
Yeah. So what else is there?
Will you close
right?
that? Because
Yeah.
apologies for the noise. The trailer ends with that really
But-
annoying music every time.
Fucking okay. So are you like? Oh, I thought this was only one. The fucking graphic novel.
Yeah.
I thought this was only one. You know, the stenographed fucking. What?
How do you know he's not
So-
trying to span out to make like the
So
only
come
one
to find
graphic
out,
novel,
and I-
only one the game, only
So-
one the
Oh,
manga?
he technically could be. I guess I wouldn't fucking put it past him.
So
The
come to find
manga?
out, this game is actually about Kanye's mother. He made a game about his mother, who passed away, and she goes to heaven.
What if, you know? Okay, we talked about it a while back. Remember the game you brought up that you played for your 52? That the guy made a game that was kind of centered around his son dying,
Yeah,
like
cancer.
his little baby
Yeah.
got cancer.
Very
and kicked
sad
it.
game.
Well, that's like okay, right? Because it's to everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is you get to experience a game of a person who this happens.
This is a
to.
self-centered,
This
pretentious ass
self-centered
piece of
fucking
shit.
piece of shit is
Yes.
for it cannot
Only
be
one, the
not be
breakfast
about
cereal.
kind of him.
Only
And,
one.
but
the
he-
flamethrower.
Okay, so he did have a couple of interesting things to say about it though. So he was asked about it after the premiere. He said that was hard to do, bro. He was
He did. Like there's a quote. There's a quote in the article that says that was hard to do, bro.
that shit's that's really hard to watch.
Bro.
It reminds me if anybody has seen the new Netflix series F is for Family by Bill Burr, it almost looks like they ripped off the intro. Fucking flying through space, hitting up through the clouds. Like, could it be a more generic?
I'll buy it.
And just
And you know who else will buy it? Major
oh, I
Tom.
bet
will buy
if
it.
it's on PS4,
No.
Not
Oh,
only will I
what?
buy it, I'll stream it specifically for you.
No.
Also, we do have a couple facts about the game as well. And he also said, "Y'all just be acting like this is regular."
Y'all be acting like this is regular.
Yeah, like I don't. Basically, what
I
that
can't quantify that statement.
what that tells me is he thinks
Only
that
Kanye can.
this is extraordinary. Something about this game,
Yeah.
and it's
Angel
what
Wings
a-
by Jesus.
What an asshole. So yeah, it's for a couple little factoids about it. Diddy West passed away in 2007 from complicated lip surgery. It was a true shame. I'm not sure how exactly that fucking happens.
So yeah, his mother died from lip surgery.
Yeah, Diddy West in 2007 from
Cosmetic surgery. She died in the procedure. Which, legitimately speaking, that sucks. That's sad. So we made a game dedicated to her.
No, that sucks.
About her becoming an
but-
angel. And riding on the back of Pegasus.
And it can't just be somebody becoming an
Who's
angel.
developing this retarded venture? I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's called like I forget. It's like some no-name studio. But you could tell even in the trailer, this thing looks like shit. Apparently, you said that you read somewhere else. It's supposed to be Journey-esque.
Yeah, it's like
gameplay.
Journey. Which Journey is
That's
one
where
of the greatest
yeah,
games of all time.
Journey is Take Her to the Light, I believe, is what the objective of the game is.
So yeah, actually we have it here. Players must bring her to the highest gate of heaven by holding her to the light. So hypothetically, I guess if there's a fail state, she drops straight to fucking hell. Like, what? How do you gamify this shit?
Finger in the booty.
What is
Studios.
this?
I know he's talking
Finger.
about.
This is just the idea of this whole thing happening, considering like just how pretentious and self-centered this guy is. Period. Is just like, fuck this. I'm surprised he didn't kickstart the fucking thing.
He probably paid for it himself.
Well, I know.
You guys ready to move on? I'm ready to move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Fine, Mr. fucking birthday dick.
I agree
Whoa,
with that.
bro! You want to talk about some Kanye?
I want to keep talking. I want to talk about this the rest of the night.
Let's talk about Donda.
No, it's okay. Diddy.
A fish called Donda.
Diddy was what they called it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, let's want to intro on this one.
So Babby's first genre. So basically, we were talking about different genres recently, and we were talking about like, what do you think's the best game to introduce someone to a genre? Or if somebody's like, I never really got into RPGs. Where's a good starting point? Where's a good jumping off point? Never really got into MMOs or anything like that. What's a good jumping off point? So we're just gonna kind of go through a list of some different genres and give our recommendations, and we'd like to hear you guys as well.
Before we continue, let's hit our honorable mentions real quick, right? MMOs, World of Warcraft, like that's pretty much all what we had, and we also had puzzles on here for a little bit, but
we still have MMOs
Tetris.
on here. By the way.
Oh well, do we?
Yep.
Did you just spell it out though, Master?
Right
all this shit spelled out.
Gotcha.
Just in case people don't know the acronyms.
Then never mind. Fuck my butt.
So let's just start from the top. So side-scrolling platformer. What do you guys think is the recommended first? If it's like, I never really got into Sonic games or never really got into fucking Klonoa. So what's a good side-scroller that people should play?
What's up, Raging Wookie?
Raging Wookie.
Side-scroller?
The Raging Wookie. That's my brother.
I was about to say.
Hi.
Hello.
That's gotta be Lucas. What's going on, Lucas?
If no one's ever played a fucking side-scroller before, gotta start with Super Mario World. It's the
I think Mario World or Mario 3 are both.
Mario 3 is where I'd say.
Super Mario World. Tightest controls. Great
I feel like
gameplay.
I feel like Mario 3 has a little bit tighter controls.
You think so?
Yeah. I agree it's debatable, and I think some people would side with you. I think some people side with us as well.
I would hope at least some people would.
Yeah.
Oh, so pretty much we all pick Mario games, though. Huh?
Yeah, I would say a Mario game.
They are kind of the definitive side scroller, like family friendly. Like anybody can play them,
Absolutely.
So that is definitely.
I wouldn't be like, you should start with fucking Mega Man. Oh, I also think Shovel Knight's a good recommendation. Because Shovel Knight has like modern sensibilities, like checkpoints and.
Yeah, you wouldn't say Castlevania 3.
What about Donkey Kong Country 2?
Ooh.
I think Donkey Kong Country 2 is an incredible game, but I don't think that's like for the faint of heart. Like this is your first platform.
All right.
The faint of heart.
He ain't lying. He ain't
lying.
lying.
Kid, you better be dead fucking serious.
Dude, that honeybee
Donkey
stage.
Kong Country cartridge in there.
Rayman, to be honest.
Minecart Carnage. Well, that's the first one, but still,
Jetpack
not for the faint of
Joyride.
heart.
It is easy to play, but hard enough to help build skills for those who have modern iPad and are not sure what to access. Maybe an NES. Yeah. Jetpack Joyride. I've never even heard of that. Is that a newer game? Because he mentioned NES.
He says it's on iPad.
But he also mentioned
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. Why are you guys living in the past and the future? The best side-scrolling game will be Kanye West game.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm conflicted if I want to stream that or not, because it's like I would have to buy it for one and support it, but then again, I want to play it and rip the shit out of it because you just know it's gonna be pretentious and horrible.
Yep.
And you know what would be the biggest crime? What if it came out and it was like critically acclaimed, like. So heartfelt, a game that will define a generation, like GameSpot 10 out of 10.
And he starts his own studio instead of Kojima Productions, Kanye Productions.
Yeah, fucking
Kanye
even Famitsu gives it a 10 out of 10, like your second Western game ever to 10 out of 10.
You know who won't give it a 10 out of 10?
Who?
Game Trailers.
Oh, yes.
R.I.P.
Speaking of, I almost thought for this week we were gonna hit a Game Trailers memoriam for Prep 8.
I wanted to really bad, but I was afraid I would legitimately cry.
Are you serious?
No. But I would cry. No, but I would.
It's okay. All right. So yeah, that's it for side-scrolling play. Pretty much, we know, man. Mario is where the fuck it goes.
It's cold-blooded.
It will win an Oscar before Leo does. I swear I'll never watch another Chainsaw stream if you give Fingers in the Booty Studios. First game to win an Oscar. All right, let's move on to 3D platformer. This is going to sound ridiculous, but I still think you have to give this to Mario 64.
Fuck! I was going to say Mario 64 as well.
You don't have to be upset about it.
No, I wanna be on the cutting edge of the right answer.
Oh, okay.
Because that is the right answer.
That is the right
Period.
answer. I mean, there's Banjo-Kazooies.
Yeah.
Crash
There's the
Bandicoot.
Glover.
There's Conkers.
There's the
right?
Glovers of the world.
I wouldn't say Crash Bandicoot. Honestly, that game.
It is, but it's a different kind of.
It has play the water levels and tell me if you can tell the draw distance with the way it's angled. You'll be falling off those lily pads like a motherfucker.
It's the tiki levels that are like side scrolling where you have to like jump and
the
fire
bridge
and, like,
climbing
the crushing,
levels.
Yeah, the crushing rocks. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Those. Come on, Toe Jam and Earl. Toe Jam and Earl's right. It's just
a toe job in your mother.
Happy birthday, Major Tom. Appreciate it, Raging Wookie. So
Fetus, what do you got?
3D platform.
I just said,
You said Glover?
no.
I thought you were joking.
No,
I
I
said
said
Glover.
Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. As a first one,
Yeah, it's a little bit hard.
I also would say something like Jack and Daxter. Like, that's a really simplistic game, easy to understand. It's Naughty Dog. It's what they did after Crash Bandicoot and before Uncharted.
You know what's really funny? All of these games that we're saying, right, that are like, hey, if you a good starting point, that's like easy to pick up if you never played these games.
Yeah.
It seems like so far, and I think a lot of them are going to be this way, are games from like 2 or 3 generations back.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. Because you wouldn't recommend like fucking the new Tomb Raider, would you?
Well, I could tell you that the first-person shooter is. I'm not going to recommend an old one of those.
You're not going to. What? You're not going to say GoldenEye?
Definitely not.
You don't think that's what it's going to
When
be?
you have to move the
Wolfenstein
camera with
or
C
Doom.
buttons. Mirror's Edge, anyone?
I wouldn't recommend that to
more action adventure. Let's get down to the first person. We'll get there in a minute
For sure.
So for first person shooter, what do you guys say?
First-person shooter. To be honest, I would say a Call of Duty game.
Yeah.
Like, they're simplistic. They make a lot of sense. Like,
If you've never played a first person shooter,
if you've never played a first-person shooter,
I gotta go with the fucking OG Doom. That's what I played as a kid.
see, I don't
I
think.
picked it up. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, but to me,
easy.
a lot of that's like tied to nostalgia. I think if some guy came to me and is like, I can't get into first-person shooters because the controls are a bit too hard for me, or because I don't like games where you shoot people or whatever. I don't think recommending.
I don't like games where you shoot people.
Like,
Did you
sorry,
not
this is the
understand
wrong-
what genre this is?
This is the wrong genre for you, then, bro.
Find you a duck hunt then for you? I don't fucking know, right? Go on, sorry.
I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of the series, but I'd say Halo would be a good starting point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is
Maybe
responsible.
the original
No,
Halo?
that's
I don't know. It's responsible for a lot of things that are implemented in
Yeah, but
these shooters
the
today.
goal isn't to like teach people history. It's.
But I'm just saying it has a lot of mechanics they could get used to off the basics of the first one.
I think that's fair because you don't have to run.
It's the first
There's no
game. I
sprint
want to
button.
say it might be the first game where you have rechargeable health, where it recharges on its own. You don't have to pick up
Well,
health
yeah, the
packs.
shield, yeah. In the future, the second best 3D platform of all time will be Straight Outta Compton. Idify says,
Checks
I
Quest.
would play that game. James says, start with COD and then move to
Only way to learn
Tilapia.
properly.
Already
agree
get
with
my
that,
ribs.
James.
That was a good one.
Battlefront because it seems really easy to aim. I think that's fair. Yeah, Battlefront's actually not a bad one.
I don't play it in FPS. I play it in third person.
Shadow Man Arena says Call of Duty 4. Yeah, I think Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, is actually a pretty good answer.
Yeah, it's not bad, and it's got a good single player campaign.
Yeah, it's got an interesting story.
I mean, Festus, you said earlier too the most recent Wolfensteins. I think would be also good because the what I'm thinking of is a game that's doesn't have a shitload of mechanics, right? It's just kind of you play.
That's actually a
do that.
really good answer.
Because I thought like Bulletstorm, but I was like, well, there's the sliding mechanic and the all that. That's a little too complex, right? But the new Wolfenstein, it's very classic in the way of just you have multiple weapons, but you just point and fucking shoot and you move. So that would also be a kind of a good one.
What about third-person shooter?
Third-person shooter. Shit. Well, I would probably go with Max Payne 3 because it has the easy lock-on thing. If you play it on console, you can lock on. You don't have to.
You're
like,
gonna
get a shitload of free
spoil
aiming.
yourself if you start with Max Payne 3. Like shooters
Yeah,
are
maybe.
like after you play Max Payne 3, no third person shooter is that good. Like
I think Uncharted 2. It's like
Yeah.
the story progresses you fairly straightforward, and it's an easy game for people to grasp, and it's not complicated or anything.
again, I'd say you'd be spoiling yourself, but
That's true.
I would go with The Witcher 3, fellas. You can shoot your crossbow in that, meaning, of course, you can play the third person.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Idify has a good answer. Gears is actually not a bad
Gears of War.
starting point.
That's true. That's a really good
Yeah.
one.
No, that's very easy.
The cover-based
to pick
mechanics are really easy to grasp. Happy birthday, Major Tom. Want to tell you in person, but was busy when I got here. It's all good, man. From like 2 to 5, I was in meetings all day. It was really hard to find me.
And from
Gears,
6
Gears of War.
to 9:30, he was
First
being filleted.
Just to get you involved with the genre. Yeah. Just one Gear of War. That's good. All right, let's keep going because it's going to take a while. Action adventure.
Action adventure.
This
Define
genre's
that.
kinda,
Because
to me, examples. I can't necessarily define it, but examples would be something like The Legend of Zelda or Assassin's Creed or the 3D.
Okay,
Prince of
then
Persia's.
Link to the Past.
I don't.
Do you mean like it needs to be 3D? Is that what you mean?
What are you doing right now?
No,
Undermine.
I'm trying to figure out.
He's trying to undermine.
Undermine.
No,
He's trying to undermine.
Well, now you guys think I'm literally trying to figure out exactly like, because if we're talking about Zelda, I'd say the easiest one to get into, in my opinion, would be Link to the Past.
I'm not necessarily talking about Zelda. I'm talking about action adventure games. I'm talking about games like, to me, The Witcher is a Western RPG, but if The Witcher pulled out all the garbage RPG mechanics of like inventory management and like this robust leveling up system and the way they handle like magic and all that kind of stuff, and like dialogue trees and all that bullshit. If they got rid of all that, then you're talking about an action adventure game.
Okay, gotcha. So what would your answer be? You think?
I would say Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker. Probably Wind Waker.
Wind Waker's what I was
Wind
going
Waker
to choose.
over UOT.
Yeah, specifically the Wii U version. Okay, ladies, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Best musical game. Lady Gaga, Born With This Way. I think the best musical game is Pump It Up.
DJ
Exceed.
Hero Redux. Everyone knows.
Oh wait, no, I forgot. That's a fair point. Rock Band 2.
Yeah.
Parappa the Rapper.
Why specifically 2 rather than 1?
I think it took like it allowed you to import a lot of the songs. It had a great library.
So it was the song list rather than like the game style.
I mean, Rock Band 1, 2, 3, and 4. They
So
all
just
have the
Rock
same
Band
gameplay.
in general. Like,
Rock
okay.
Band 3, it kind of took a lot of weird turns, and I haven't played Rock Band 4 yet. So
Jamzo says Ass Creed Black Flag, and Unkin says pretty much the Infamous
1 and
series.
2. Yeah.
What about you, Fetus?
For
He said Wind Waker.
yeah, I
Wind
said
Waker?
Wind Waker is my choice.
I don't really have one.
Okay.
I mean, like, Wind Waker, I think, is like the correct answer.
Rock
honestly.
Band 2 because it had Journey. It did have Journey. So as far as Japanese role playing game, to me a
Thank you,
Japanese
Life.
role playing game is a game-
JRPGs, baby.
Yeah, it has a battle screen. So like you go up to fight somebody, and then it takes you to a battle screen, and you guys are like opposite each other, and
Alright,
you take turns
I
hitting,
got
and you have hit points, and you like choose your moves and all that kind of shit. That is a Japanese role playing game, at least from my perspective.
Chrono Trigger, baby.
Pokemon, Red or Blue.
I don't think it's a bad choice. Like that's a good like starting off, jumping off.
I want to say is I never really got into the JPRPG when I was younger, but like that was the first one that I played that I
I'd
stuck
say-
with.
That's a good. I'd say Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VII. Reason why I say those two, right, is because both of those are like everybody, regardless of age back in the day, got into those series when they came out, right?
Yeah.
6-year-olds were playing Final Fantasy VII and fucking loving it. 10-year-olds were, it didn't matter. That might have been someone's first one they picked up of like a JRPG, right?
Yep.
But they played through it all, so it's the mechanics are easy enough to understand, get through, and it if you want to get got and get grabbed, I'd say those would be my two recommendations.
Mars Perigi says Katawa Shouju is an RPG, right? I don't fucking know what Katawa Shouju is. Final Fantasy Tactics in next category. Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon. He's not a witch. Pokemon hits all ages. Yeah, I think Pokemon.
That's probably the best answer, honestly.
Yeah, my personal one would be either Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi Legend of the Seven Stars. Both of those are simplistic
Paper Mario,
enough.
that's a good one.
The mechanics come across very easily. They have humor elements to them, and it's fucking Mario. So
Pootie Tang, the video game.
yeah, it's a good one. Moving on to Western role-playing game. To me, that is the Witchers of the world, Skyrim, Dragon Age, those kind of games. And I don't know.
Man, those are like
Yeah, I don't know either. Because like those
those
normally,
aren't for the faint of heart.
I would say okay, I got one. Mass Effect 2.
Ah, that is a good one.
It takes all of the fucking micromanagement of,
Yep.
of the RPG systems out. So if you never played those,
Yep, Mass Effect 2
it's
is
role
actually a really good
playing.
one.
It's the simplest gameplay wise out of all of them.
I think the third simplest gameplay-wise. But
Well, I mean, like
to me,
it's-
2 is
but
a better Western RPG.
Yeah. So
It's
that,
actually
that
my
would
least
be-
favorite Mass Effect.
That would be my anscer.
Ankin says Mass Effect, good call. Fallout 3 or Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age Origins, I tried to get into it. I just couldn't.
I'd say Fallout 4 would be probably more in line over Fallout 3, just because they simplified so much of the kind of the RPG mechanics.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not Fallout 1 or 2 though. That would
sense.
not be it.
All right, let's move on. Survival horror.
Come on.
Outlast.
Outlast?
Yep.
This isn't
the best one.
This isn't best.
Oh, I'm not saying. I mean,
easiest.
I'd say Resident Evil remake. Like it's
No,
not super difficult. I mean,
tank controls just don't hold up.
Remember they have the new control option though.
Then you clarify that. You say Resident Evil HD remake.
He did.
No, he said Resident Evil remake,
said remake.
which to me is the GameCube game. That's the
I'm
GameCube
with
game.
you on this one.
Is that not the GameCube game?
shut up.
What did we call that game 10 years ago?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I knew what he meant. It's the newest version that came out.
Then
That's
I would
what
say
I
the
assumed.
newest version of Resident Evil.
Well, that's really great that you'd say that. I'm happy. Get him, bitch. Yeah, fuck your birthday,
Fucking
bitch.
go blow each other and I'll finish this shit.
We'll blow each other and you finish? Okay, that's great. Anyways, what do you think?
Dying Light's a good starting point. Oh, that's not me that's saying that. Survival horror. I don't know, man. Like something that's kind of.
I don't know about Dying Light. I tried to show that. I remember showing you guys that
to
game
me, it's more
earlier,
of an RPG.
and I was getting my ass kicked so badly.
That
That game's fucking great, though.
Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 4. I actually think.
I think RE4. I was gonna say
Resident Evil 4 is a good starting point. Granted, it's kind of an action third-person shooter, but
Yeah,
it's the grandfather of the over-the-shoulder aim.
it is the grandfather.
it started something that was good, but also has replaced everything else. So it's like, fuck.
I feel like there's a really good survival horror I played. Oh, Until Dawn. I think Until Dawn's actually a great option.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if that's like more of a survival horror or it just that seems more like the theme. The actual gameplay is like the sort of like David Cage like living movie sort of thing.
Like a Telltale's kind of game. Yeah, I think that's fair. All right, open world.
You guys go first.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Red Dead Redemption.
Grand Theft Auto Vice 5.
That's a good starting point.
Yeah, it's because like
Good mission variety. It's simple enough.
you got to go with 5 out of all of them because they've honed in best controls, best everything for just that it works.
Yep.
And that honestly is if someone's trying to get into something. If something just doesn't work well, that's gonna So GTA 5, I'm with you on that one, Tom. Elder Scrolls or modern Fallout. Yeah.
MMO.
World of Warcraft. I mean, that's about as simple as you get.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play MMOs, so that sounds great.
I was about to say
That's
I'm not an MMO
the
trainer.
answer, and that's really the only answer.
Open world is easy. It's Red Dead, GTA 5. It's what you work up to because it's actually pretty complex. Yeah.
So we gave the 2 best answers.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're welcome, Scott.
Real-time strategy.
I think this can be kind of a tricky one because there's very few games in this category. Well, I mean, no, there are actually a lot. You think about like the Total War series or like Civilization or things like that. But personally, and this may not count to some people, but Pikmin. Pikmin's really easy to understand. Resource management. You're like gathering troops and you're going in and like attacking specific
Yeah, I
things,
guess.
and you're
I just
having
think
to like
that-
move resources around different places.
I
It's
think
simple.
That's kind
and
of a
it's-
MMO
I guess
hybrid,
for a
though. I'm sorry,
starting
that's
point.
kind of an RTS hybrid, though. Like a lot of like RTS people think of the like kind of point and click on the mouse sort of thing like that.
I mean, I think if Pikmin was on PC, then that's what you would do
I would go for more of Age of Empires.
as a starting point.
Yeah, it's not quite as complicated as like StarCraft. Well, I mean,
No,
StarCraft's really
you know
not
what?
that
I'm
complicated,
with Festus on this one because if you just like the really simple stuff, it can get very complicated, right? But I was playing that like when I was quite young, some of the earlier Age of Empires, and I'm capable enough to have fun with it and do it. StarCraft and all those. Maybe it's because I played them online, especially.
Yeah.
Just got my ass pushed in. Like
Hand it to me.
Yeah.
man.
So
Hand
Jim
it
said-
to me.
Command and Conquer Red Alert. He learned how to play it when he was 7.
I'm trying to think when the first Age came out.
man,
StarCraft.
I remember.
I mean, StarCraft's I like, but like that might be a little too complicated for people just to.
You
jump
guys know
into.
Zod, right? Of course.
yeah.
Of course
My
you know
cousin and
Zod.
his brother David. So I would go over to their house and we'd do a LAN of Red Alert, and every single time, one of them, I would kind of like get like a secret pact going with. We'd all be going against each other, and we just turn on the other person. Every single game I've ever played over there, and it would be the biggest. You betrayed me, you piece of shit! And then we wouldn't talk for the rest of the weekend. Loved that game, anyways.
Yeah. Racing game. I know this isn't a popular genre for like
Burnout 2. It's the
Takedown?
only car game I.
No, Takedown was 3. Burnout 2.
Yeah.
I think personally it's Mario Kart. Again,
okay,
again,
never
me
mind.
saying Mario.
That's
is a fucking
actually
game.
probably what I would consider
Mario.
the right.
It's really straightforward, and
That's like the right answer in my opinion. Now that I think about it.
moving on to fighting games, I think it's probably Soul Calibur because it's a game that you can button mash and win.
Tis be true.
Honestly,
but I think there's probably enough like complexity to it. I say probably because I don't fucking know.
I would say Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
No,
listen,
Hell no, not
No.
part 3.
No,
You
listen,
crazy.
no, listen.
I agree with Festus on this one.
Well, let me explain. I was never good at fighting games, so I never fucking played them. Like, I just avoided the genre altogether.
Yep.
That was the first one that I got into that was simple enough to where I could actually, like, learn how to be good at it. And even if you don't want to learn how to be good at it, there you can put
It's
it on
a
the...
flashy
Hold on,
mess.
you can put it on the simple mode, and just, like, all your specials are, like, one-button shit. And it's fun just because you get to, like, see it all happen. It looks like you're doing really impressive shit when you're not. And I think that's kind of... When you're playing a fighting game, if it looks like you're doing great...
Yeah.
That is a lot.
I mean, I think
I feel like you're
the-
describing like Soul Calibur for me, but
Yeah.
MVC3, hell no.
that game is
Yeah,
wild.
That's my.
It's wild.
Well, that's just my opinion. You fetus
Also, a
son
lot of
a
those
bitch.
like shortcut features. A lot of those are in like Mortal Kombat, and I think Mortal Kombat's a game that it's slow enough.
Isn't
people
that in
can
the? That's in the
understand.
newer Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
though, right? Yeah.
I would specifically recommend 9 or 10.
9
or
might
9
be
or X.
9 might be the best fighting game I've ever played.
It's good. And then finally, we're going to close it off with online competitive shooter. Online competitive shooter. This is a fairly popular.
Counter Strike 1.6. Have fun, bitch.
Whoa, bro. I think if Splatoon counts, I think that's a good one. You know, it's competitive, but it's simple enough. I feel like it's easy to pick up and play and kind of get people in.
If Team Fortress 2 before the hats and the craziness of that was still around, I'd say TF2.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same level playing field. You just pick a class. But now that hats and new weapons and all sorts of horse shit are a thing,
Let's read some
I
comments.
do not know.
So, fighting games, maybe Mortal Kombat, somebody says Street Fighter. No matter what game you play, any of them, the first thing you try is Hadouken to see what it does in any fighting game. That's true. For as long as I live, the quarter circle will always be in my head because of Street Fighter. As far as online competitive shooters, Jam says Battlefield 4 Hardcore Conquest.
Hardcore Conquest.
Shadow Man Marine says Batcafield 4. Jams knows.
That's Battlefield.
Batcafield.
Baby.
That's that Jewish version of Battlefield.
It's
the Batcafield.
It's the
Boy, they.
It's the Battlefield. I don't know what you want me to do.
David, my David.
David, my David. You wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for my son David. Oh no, don't. Anyways, so yeah, that's Babby's first game genre.
There are
fellas.
obviously tons of genres we left out. We left off like puzzle games, and we left off like puzzle platformers. and
Tommy
we left
had
off
Walking Simulator on here,
but we left off dungeon crawlers.
That would
both
left
of
off
my
point
answer
click
was
adventures.
my answers, and I think Festus's too, or don't play them.
true.
we removed it eventually.
Firewatch is really good.
There's
there's
an
a lot of
exception to
genres we
every
left,
rule, though,
but
you know?
for us, these are the genres that really kind of would bring good
That
conversation
pop.
that we feel like we have enough experience in to actually speak to. Except for something like MMO or real-time strategy, because I don't have shit for experience in those.
Yeah, fucking.
Jam knows he'll drop you at 1,000 yards, won't even hear the shot.
I think he's talking about
Look at it,
Battlefield.
It'll
look
never
this
get me
bitch.
out of the jet.
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Let's move on.
And
So, next
you know,
topic.
I just hold on. I'm so happy that one prep ape ever. We got old Huel up in here.
You gotta have fuel.
You remember?
Look how happy he
rules. Dude, I've never seen someone whose head looks like a howitzer shell look more content
So,
than him.
how much money would you take if somebody's like, you have to quit video games all together? So, like, you can't buy them, you can't play them, you can't interact with them in any
Because
capacity.
you can't play them. Can I watch people play games?
Where's the fun
Or would,
in
I,
that?
or would I have to live in constant fear
I
of
think-
watching someone
I think
playing a
it's-
game?
I think it's
and-
fair that you can watch.
You just
people
can't play
play.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
How much money?
But my answer is probably pretty shitty. Like I said, it would have to be like it's a made up amount of money. like $1 trillion billion. And the reason why I say this is because if I can't do that, I would like to at least be able to ensure that any other hobby I wish to pursue, I would have the money which would afford me the time to do whatever the fuck else I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take something that is like,
near and dear to your heart.
Like my biggest hobby
This
ever,
venture would definitely fucking
and
be
say, I can't do it. I would have to be allowed, able, monetarily, everything to be able to do whatever the fuck else I wanted outside of it. Like Bam Margera. You remember like when they asked him like, what's he going to do next? And his answer, whatever the fuck I want, dude. Yeah. That would be
pull,
mine.
bro.
Thanks.
Sick
bruh.
pull.
So what are you fellas?
I don't know if I could, for starters. I don't know if that's the life I would want to live. But if I think about in terms of
this is
my life,
this is a you have to, right?
I mean, I didn't know it was you have to. But.
Well, I didn't know I could just say no. I won't do it. Well, fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can say no.
No, sold out.
No
You
amount
have
of
sold
money.
out.
Damn it.
I think having the wife and the kid and stuff, and knowing that I could give them the life that they would want.
Yeah, you selfish piece of shit. I could give you everything.
Yeah.
But I really want to play my video games, so go fuck yourself,
No,
kid.
I'm saying that I absolutely would give up games for
okay.
money because I could give them the things that they would want.
Then never mind.
And
I retract
like you
my
said,
statement.
I would come up with other hobbies, so I would just watch a fuck ton of movies. We do a fucking horror themed TV show or podcast because man, I really want to do a horror show.
Jam says 1 trillion pounds.
I would say
Of what pounds of what, fellas? Fuck yeah.
I would say
LBs.
$5 billion.
$5 billion.
Yeah, because that's enough for me to live comfortably.
I feel like you still could.
Like I could do whatever the fuck I wanted with $5 billion, and I could, I don't know, do whatever the fuck I want, take care of my wife and kid, and take care of my kid's kid, maybe even my kid's kid, depending on how fucking rowdy and ridiculous they get with money.
Right.
I think $5 billion would be about the point. That's a ridiculous. I would eat dog shit for like $1,000.
I'd eat dog shit for like fucking about $1,000.
I've done it for 20.
It went up in my head just now. When it's like 100, like no, like 500, no. Oh yeah, $1,000. I'm with you on that.
It doesn't taste as bad as you think.
This dude's like, I did it for $5.
No, I did it for 20.
Can I wipe?
I mean, I was
1/4 of my
really
credit
drunk.
card? Can I wipe 1/4 of my credit card?
Wife and
debt?
kid like me, but
Awesome.
some things
Yeah.
are more important, like sniping. Also helped if I knew I could just say no. Yeah, if you could just say no,
Like drugs.
Like I refuse to
Just
do it.
say no.
But yeah,
Right.
$5 billion
Serious?
buckaroos.
Why wouldn't you eat like a little piece of dog shit for $1,000?
Why wouldn't you
Fuck,
do it
that's
for
just-
$20?
I don't know why you do it for 20.
It depends on how bad
Yeah.
I need that twink. You know what I'm
And
saying?
how fresh it is.
What, like-
That's fair.
I think
It's
we
like,
should kickstart
okay, the
that.
next time we're gonna go out to a dog park, and as soon as the dog takes a shit, you have to go up there. Regardless, actually, I get to pick the dog. Fucking German Shepherd shit.
What
And
if
you have
I
to eat
saying
it
it's a
in
good
its
idea? We
entirety.
should kickstart that. I'm not joking at all. If you were to literally like come up to me right now with like a pile of I wouldn't need a pile of dog shit. I'm talking like a soft serve, like I'm talking like a piece of dog shit, right? Like a chewable, right? And you were like, "Hey, here's $1,000." I would totally. I'd just chew it, going and swallow it, trying to drink down. Like I'd have like some club soda or something.
Gotta have that club.
And then
soda.
yeah, I'd be like, "Hey, great, that's
Wait,
$1,000."
anything for £1,000.
Do I feel? Am I
Since
proud?
DKP gets picky.
Am I proud? No. Am
You're
I
a
happy that
whore.
like 1/4 of my credit card debt's just been wiped away? Yeah, happy about that.
Yeah.
You guys are idiots if you wouldn't. But this
So,
is turned into a dog shit. topic at
$5
this
billion,
point.
$1 billion trillion.
Yep.
I don't know if I could do it.
Okay.
Like, this shit's my passion.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely ours.
I guess if I had a
it's
we liked
family
it
like...
enough to do a
It's your
fucking
passion,
internet talk
your
show about it.
desire, something fire. Fuck! It was the
So close, so
the
close.
soap theme. Remember that?
Yeah, I'm your
I'm your
Venus.
Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
got you, bro. What if you were offered a pile of dog shit to eat if you quit video games for life?
That sounds
That's
like the
good.
worst offer
Now,
ever.
I mean, like that's. You remember how was it the Louisiana Purchase? I would say that was a better deal than that.
Dude, Louisiana Purchase was an incredible deal.
No, fuck. Whichever one. Sorry, I'm not
it
gonna.
was an incredible
The
deal.
one where basically the
It was like 2 cents an acre or
the,
something?
The Indians sold their land for like some bead, like some.
We're
beads
back to
and
this
jewels.
Trail of Tears conversation.
Right. That was a better deal
The true
than the
Far
one
Cry.
Mars put out.
So yeah, Trail of Tears, Far Cry. let's wrap it up.
Yeah, you fucking... Hey, guy, you can quit... How about this deal? I see your $1 trillion, and I raise you. You quit games, and you get to eat a pile of dog shit. No. Like, fuck your mother, man. No.
$24 in trinkets for Manhattan.
Well, you're a molecular pathologist. You have money. Send me $1,000. I'll eat dog shit on cam for you. There you go.
Yeah. Send us 2,000.
Yeah,
and
man.
we'll feed each other dog shit.
Yeah, it'll be like 2 men, 1 dog shit. I don't know. I don't know.
A Japanese man's fantasy.
Go watch Futurama. They explain the bead they got. Yeah.
So, yeah, anything
Like
on
I
this
said,
topic?
it was a better deal than the dog shit and no games.
I made sure to get Huel in there with that
No,
giant
it's
pile
really
of
great.
money.
I mean, Bill Burr isn't there, but fuck Bill Burr.
Yeah,
When it comes
fuck
to
Bill
if
Burr.
I had to choose Huel or Burr, I'd go Huel all the time, baby.
All right,
So
I
what we
think
got
I
next?
think that's it for the weekly episode topics. We're gonna
Yes.
move on, I believe, to games you should have played.
Yep, and then after that we have our the giveaway thing. So this is of course Tommy's one.
So my games you should have played. If you
Happy
want to skip
birthday.
ahead to like a minute or so, my games you should have played is Freaky Flyers. It was on the Xbox, original Xbox, GameCube, and PS2. The best way that I could describe this game would be Mario Kart with airplanes, or kind of like Diddy Kong Racing minus the driving and hovercraft stuff. It's an objective-based kart racer. So throughout the time that you're racing, you have to get first place, but you also have to do a lot of objectives like shoot down 10 signs or find 5 pieces of gold, or like do these different things where you're actually like exploring and kind of traveling through the different maps. They have some. There's one that was really fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's fast forward.
Yeah,
just a
I
minute.
am. Here we go.
So there are some where there's like a settlement that you have to protect, and there's like 10 different outposts around, and enemies come flooding out of the outpost to try to destroy the settlement in the middle, and you have to kind of shoot them and take them out to prevent them from destroying it. But you also have to go around to each of the different
This guy
outposts.
almost looks like Blasto. Remember that?
Yeah, Blasto was great PlayStation game. So yeah, there was a part where you actually have to destroy all the little outposts to prevent new guys from spawning, while every 15 seconds more would spawn and try to destroy your settlement. So there was a lot of different like I said, a lot of mission variety to it, and it had all the fun. You have the guns and the weapons and stuff like that.
Great grain plate, great
It
grain.
does. I mean, it actually, like, granted, this is running on a Dolphin
Well, this
emulator, but this game actually looks pretty solid.
No, it
for a
doesn't
game that
look
came
too
out
bad, honestly.
15 years ago.
This does not look like PS2 graphics. I mean, like,
Yeah.
PS2 graphics were good, but
And it's it's got a good level variety. It's got the snow levels like this. It's got
Yeah.
desert levels. It's got like space levels and stuff like that.
so where's it available at?
I didn't look any of that information up, but my guess is if you just Google,
I guess if you look it up on your own,
if you just,
you'll find out.
yeah, fucking Freaky Flyers.
Okay.
Just Google Freaky Flyers, and I think that you could probably find it around the $15 range.
So I fucking hate this game because
Oh, yeah, of course you do.
no, I've never played
Fucking shocker.
No,
DKP
I've
doesn't-
never played it,
Yeah,
but
he
what
doesn't
it's-
like it and he fucking hates
But what
it.
it's done is
Shocker.
earlier when you said Freaky Flyers, it made me go Freaky Flyers,
Yeah.
a la the Creepy Crawlers, and
Yeah,
that's
Creepy
literally
Crawlers.
been on repeat. That one in my head since. So it's like 5 fucking hours.
Lord Barbecue
So-
says fucking Freaky
Look,
Flyers.
I know that it's not this game's fault.
So yeah, this
know?
is a game that you guys should have played. A game that all of these people, minus Lord Barbecue, should have played. Because it's very clear by that response that Lord Barbecue has played Freaky Flyers. It's an amazingly fun kart racer. I would.
Does it have
highly
does it have
recommend
2-player like
It has like battle modes
versus,
and
or-
stuff like that. Yeah.
Great.
Yep. It's got like a graveyard level that's really cool where you go down into a scary mansion.
No, that's terrible. It's too spoopy for me, Mitch.
It is a bit spoopy. So yeah, that's basically it. That is my games you should have played for this week.
So Freaky Flyers.
And just remember, every week we bring you games you should have played, but you can also check out our YouTube games you should have played series that was created by DKP.
Well,
He's got, I don't know, there's about 5 to 10 of them on there.
I think there's 5.
Is he collecting acorns?
Yeah,
You do collect acorns.
and you collect
That's
different
the
things in
currency.
different levels.
All right.
So yeah, that's our one for this month. So I think it's time to move on to everyone's favorite segment of the week.
Of course, we're talking about the legendary, the fabled, the Oops.
Freaky Flyers.
Win stuff money. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Of course, this is the game where you can win a $25 Amazon gift card bought and paid for by yours truly, unfortunately. Just kidding. But no, so let's go over the rules of this game real quick. How are we going to do this?
As soon as this music's over, I'll stop.
We do have to jam a little bit, don't we?
When did you cut this off? Right.
Funny you should
Right
ask. Yeah.
All right. So, Win Stuff Money is a weekly segment. It's a part of Games You Should Have... it's a part of Preparation Ape. Every single week, we give away a $25 Amazon gift card. How it works is, I have this book. It's called 1001 Video Games You Should Play Before You Die. I read off a synopsis of one of these games, and I omit particular words that could make the game really revealing of itself. So, if it's a character's name...
It's not exactly obvious, though.
Yeah, if it's a character's name, perhaps if it's a developer or a publisher or something like that, I omit those particular pieces, and it is your task as the viewers to guess the name of the game that I am reading off.
For example, we couldn't read it and say, Max Payne was the very first. That wouldn't work. Yep. So just anything that gives it away 100%, obviously, he will omit. Also, very important to note, if the game we've chosen is a multi-part series, right?
In the event.
In the event, yes. Let's say, for example, if it's God of War 2, right? And you just say God of War. Well, if it ain't the original God of War, from what you hear described, that ain't it. You have to say God of War 2. If it's COD Blops 3, you need to say COD Blops 3. You can't just say Call of Duty or COD Blops 1 or 2, whatever. So
it's also something else that we should note that kind of came up last week. If you say the name of the game but you misspell it, or if like last week I think it was Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, and I think he said Metal Gear Solid Sons of Liberty. Like
no, he said Metal Gear Solid Sons of Library. Which is obviously like just a mistake.
If it's a mistake like that, we can clearly tell that you got the game right. We're gonna give you credit for it.
Idlefice is going for a three-peat like the Lakers.
Gotta go for that.
Jam says he's taking my riches.
A hat trick.
Fucking good luck, bitch.
So yeah, it's for everybody that's in the room. Me, Festus, DKP. We can't win, but we also already know what the game is.
Us here cannot win.
So is everybody ready to go?
Well,
everybody ready?
I think so.
Start your motherfucking engines.
Why don't you start reading there, you bitch?
Get this book open real quick.
All right, here we go.
We ready? Let's do it. It may be one of the most popular arcade games of all time, but the biggest myth about blank is that it's a classic. This is a game that rode a wave of notoriety like few others, and despite its manifold flaws, manages to retain devotees even now. And to be fair, blank does have a little substance beyond the gore. The photorealistic visuals were pioneering, though their impact was rather spoiled by the fact that all 7 fighters move and attack in very similar fashions. The fighting system was the first to include juggling, by which opponents can be repeatedly struck while in the air, and this was the first fighting game with an unlockable secret character. Yay! Oh. Congratulations, Janzo! You win a 25-pound Amazon card.
Fuck that, I ain't paying 25 pounds. It's American, it's US dollars.
You get a $25 US thing, you can get some Cheerios.
Their dollar's worth more than ours is.
Congratulations, Clay Fighters.
Good choice, but no. So, yeah, well, like, you know what, I guess fucking James, you had me dead to rights. You were taking my riches. So, yes, that is the original Mortal Kombat there.
Yep. Mortal Kombat.
The Amiga, you know.
Congratulations, Jamzow. This will be the 5th, I believe.
Man, by the way, those Mortal Kombat scrolled through fucking quick when they first came.
Yeah, everybody was
Jamzow, you had Unkin by literally, like, about a second. So, yeah. Yep. Congratulations,
Good
Mr.
job,
Jamzow.
$25 gift cards coming your way. Make sure, if you have our contact information, you can message us on Twitch.
Yeah, we'll need your email because you have to put in a recipient email. If you don't trust us, just make a fucking fake email, send it to us. Yeah, but
we're not going to share your email address with anybody. If you want to talk to any of the previous winners, like
I don't even know who I'd share it with.
Unkin82.
So yeah,
or LaMuffin Mans. All of those guys have won before.
Indeed.
Runner-up prize, says Onken. Runner-up prize, second place prize is your fucking fire.
Runner-up prize, we'll give you some Chainsaw stickers. There you go.
Chainsaw stickers. That's
give
something
us
else.
your
I need to make
address.
so a lot of people were asking me last week we talked about my 52-week challenge. So while we were talking about the 52-week challenge, a lot of people were like, "Hey man, you should put this information out there so we know." So I took some time and updated the panels last night. So if you scroll down into the panels, you'll see the games that I've played so far.
Oh, nice.
On the 52-week challenge. Also updated some stuff. I added DKP specs and just kind of changed things around a little bit.
Well,
so.
this isn't quite this is Q&A, but it's not like this whole stream's a Q&A. Before we end Prep Ape, that's all we got for tonight. But if you guys just have not only any questions, or if there's just shit you want to ask us about, or like, hey, what'd you think of this? Anything.
Yep.
What do you guys got? If there's anything else you guys want us to
I'm gonna
talk to us about?
Read some comments, so if you want to click off the handsomeness that is the three of us.
Sure.
I also want to have a huge thank you and appreciation for Festus for joining us this week.
Yes,
it's an
Mr.
honor
Fetus.
and pleasure to have you.
It's an honor and pleasure to be here, gentlemen.
And we've only had one guest on Preparation Ape, and it's been you twice. Episode 2 and episode 18, which is this one. So make sure you guys, if you want to go back and check out episode 2, where we talk about our favorite sequels.
And if babies look like their parents. I believe that's in there.
No, that
that's
is not
gone
in Prep
forever.
Ape.
Actually,
Did I get cut?
Unfortunately.
No, that was an archived stream. That was a stream that took place after
way
Prep Ape.
longer than 60 days ago, so it's fucking gone.
Idify says Mortal Kombat Kanye West. LaMuffin Man says they deliver
God.
ASAP. Appreciate the positive feedback on that, and it is true. As soon as we can, we get that card out to you. You'll definitely have it in the next hour. It's basically make sure you get us your email address. Jam. What's that comment? I can't see it because it's scrolled too fast. Where can I find myself if I ever need to show up unannounced to DKP's place?
I
know where I can send myself. Gotcha.
Great.
Ha! You're not my boss anymore. You can't fire me. I mean, you can.
Not with that attitude, he can't.
Oh, this is Q&A? So the Q&A portion is actually the last portion of Preparation
that's
Ape.
I hit that one earlier.
Yeah, you caught us right here at the end. So make sure you check out the YouTube version, or if you just want to watch the archive, you can watch that as well. I need to get the info for you tomorrow, as it's like 5 a.m., bud. No problem, Jam. We'll get it to you. Just
whenever you send it, you're good.
Shadow Manarino says, I need the division and I need it now. I am cautiously optimistic, but I don't think I'm going to get into the division just because it's a online game.
I will try it and I'll stream it. So if you guys want to check it here.
Still no word on the Chainsaw Ape DLC. I still want the option to pay to dress DKP as I see fit.
Well, you pay enough.
We should get our artists to make us some like Chainsaw Ape paper dolls where you can like change out their clothes and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Got a question in the future. If you could not have Festus join you. Oh, a comment.
Well, you can say
do you have a retort?
Comment is fuck Festus.
I thought we were friends, Odify. What happened?
You hurt his feelings.
How so?
Here's my question. Where's Half-Life 3?
Well, it's funny you asked that, actually. I've got it right here, but you guys ain't get that. You can go fuck all your mothers.
Yep, you can go
I'm
fuck
not
mothers.
opening. I'm keeping it sealed
LaMuffin
because
Man
that
says,
is
I
a
need
collection
stickers. So,
type
LaMuffin
item.
Man, if you were at work, there are actually some stickers on my motherfucking desk. So just go over to my desk, grab a couple of stickers. Also, Major Tom, what games are you working on for your challenge?
James can try to fuck me.
I don't know what I'm going to do next. I kind of I got sick this week, so I didn't really play games as much as I have been. Get the email to DKP on Twitter as soon as possible. Appreciate it, Jam. Great to see you, Tom. You too, Ultimate Cartoon. DKZ in a sheep costume. I would pay to see that.
Yeah, like I said, so Jams can try to fuck me. Get it, fellas? Oh!
Jams is Scottish.
Them Scotsmen's there.
He's Scottish. He likes to have sex with sheep. Finish Bloodborne! Is that a command, or are you saying that you finished it? Because we've all finished Bloodborne.
You haven't. Not the DLC, the old Hunters.
You haven't either.
So? But I didn't say it. I just said you haven't.
We finished Bloodborne.
Semantics.
I'm on New Game Plus.
All right, well, I guess if that's it, fellas, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Let's all say happy birthday to Major Tom one more time. Happy birthday, you son of a bitch.
Thank you. This is exactly where I want to be.
Fucking 39 years young.
39? 31.
Oh, okay.
I am the oldest motherfucker in this group.
Jack Sorrow says, great
good
stream,
guys. Even though I was lurking. Appreciate it, Jack.
I do try to put on a good stream every now and again.
Sheep or not, DKP, you're going to catch some Jam's penis in your booty.
I've never had someone put it so bluntly and so threatening. Like, I think I've just now developed a rape fetish.
One more thing, just before we close out, I think we touched on it a little bit, but make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. If this is your first time to watch the stream, or if you haven't done so, please follow the channel. We're slowly losing followers. So
oh yeah, we are.
We were almost at 450, and we've dropped all the way to 444. So tell your friends.
We've been at 445 to 450 for like 3 months.
Tell your friends about it.
Great.
You know, we definitely want to try to grow this community out, and we can use your help. So you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us here. We also have a YouTube channel. We put every episode of Prep Ape up there. So if you get bored, there's about 24 hours of Prep Ape.
I'm also working on some original content for there as well, again, which there already is, by the way, but some new original content.
Even though there's stuff that you and I have been working on that we haven't even done yet, and you're working on something else on top of that.
Yeah, because this is something I can just do without, like, if you're not here to do voiceover,
Commit.
I can work on this.
Commit.
What, can I summon you and will you to be here to do voiceover right
Yes.
now? No, I can't. Sorry.
I'm here right now.
Tell me.
Well, yeah, but it's not always an
So yeah,
option.
we have some more original content coming on the YouTube channel. So
And I'll keep my copy of Half-Life 3. You can keep your NX.
good stream. Happy birthday, you majestic fuck. Thanks,
Well,
Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is it.
I'm Major Tom.
DKP.
And I'm Festus.
Fetus. All right. Later, fellas.
Bye.